Hello! Welcome to the Travel Creator Podcast. It feels crazy to say that. I'm Laura. I am a content developer for travel creators and the owner of Travel Content Writing. Oh, it's a mouthful. I know. The short version is that I help travel creators find smarter ways to use their content that works for them, so they can spend less time in front of the computer and more time traveling. What that looks like for the creators I work with, I help them repurpose their content. That means I take one post or blog or video that performed well and turn it into multiple pieces of content. So that blog will become a social post, then a short form video, or even content for their next newsletter. Oh, by the way, I also help creators grow their audience through newsletters too, but don't worry, we will get into that later this season. I do this work because I see you creators who have amazing camera rolls brimming with content. I see you. I know that it's an embarrassing number, like 16,000 images and videos deep. You have so much amazing content and you spend so much time putting it together that it's such a shame to only share it once or only in one place. So I help creators breathe new life into their content so they can actually hit their creator goals without stressing about getting an Instagram story out today. It's not the end of the world, people. We just work in marketing. Now, I'm not a travel blogger myself, which is what many of these podcast hosts are, which is totally cool. But I have a marketing background, and I just happen to be a digital nomad who gets what it's like to have little time. For example, I've been spending more than 3 weeks in one place since 2021. And I don't say that to be like, wow, look at her. She travels so much. No, I'm shaking my head and you can't see that, but I actually don't know the last time I slept for 8 hours. And I mention this because I freaking get it. It's hard. It's hard to be all over the place. It's hard not to have a routine, and it's even harder to be reactive with your to-dos. I know exactly what it's like to squeeze work into those few precious, beloved moments when you're finally sitting in front of your computer. I wish I had $1 for every time I asked to borrow somebody's hotspot in the car just to send an email or update a post. That's why I created these solutions for travel creators, because I live the travel nomadic lifestyle myself and I work in marketing, and I wanted a way to merge those two. So I created the show to share what I've learned to help creators trade their content time for travel time. The reality is you have way more important things to do than write your next Instagram caption. You do. You know it. I know it. Your followers might not know it, but that's okay. We'll talk more about that later. Okay, so you've made it this far and maybe you want to know more. Well, this show is for you if you're overwhelmed by content creation, which is probably true considering you clicked on this. You also know there's better ways to manage, organize, and use your content. You just don't know what they are or how to execute them. Whew, that was me taking a collective deep breath for all of my creators out there who still haven't shared about their trip from 6 months ago. But don't even worry. I'm going to tell you why that literally does not even matter in future episodes. So if you needed to hear that, there's a rewind function on these podcasts. You just hit that little 15-second zoop, and you can hear me say that again. Okay, back to the list. This show is for you if SEO keeps you up at night. I don't know why it scares me so much as someone who works in marketing, but we don't need to worry about it. It's okay. We do need to worry about it, but not in the way that you think we do. It's okay. It's okay. We'll talk about it later. You'll also enjoy this podcast if you feel like creating content is holding you back from enjoying the places you're traveling to and things you're experiencing. You might be the type of person where content creation is always in the back of your mind, but you're tired of that. You just want to enjoy where you are without feeling like you have to always be capturing something. Maybe it's even affecting the people that you travel with. If you're a travel creator who travels with your friends who aren't travel creators, it can be really tiring to be with someone like that. So these resources are also for you. If you feel like you're nodding along to this, you're in the right place, my friends. It's nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. So now that I've either scared you or excited you, I'll give you some resources. I've got a free newsletter template for travel creators. It's got ideas in there to get you rolling. And if you take it seriously, you can have a newsletter done and ready to send in a single day. Like, really, go download this template and block 3 hours in your calendar. And then send me a message when you did so I can congratulate you and send you high fives. I also have in the show notes a free DIY content repurposing booklet. If you have a better name for this, please, I would love to hear it. The reality is you can do all of this content repurposing, content management, all on your own. Everything I can tell you, you can find on the internet. But rather than spending all of your time running around Google, I have compiled all of these lovely resources for you. So you can just come hang out with me and we can get all your content and content management sorted. So in this booklet, you'll find information on how to set your content goals, how to know where you'll be posting, how to know what's worth repurposing, and even learn where your best evergreen content is. This booklet also walks you through how to set up a content repurposing system using my favorite tool. It's called Asana. I even have examples in there that you can follow along with and mirror. It is 8 pages of good stuff to set you up on your content repurposing journey. And it's free because travel is expensive enough. And I see you and I want you to be successful. This season, if you want to hear more, I'll be telling you how to create a content organization system you'll actually use. So no more little scraps of paper everywhere. I'll also be breaking down why every travel creator should have a newsletter. You can get started with the free template I have, plus how to increase those newsletter open rates. Also be chatting about why the heck it matters that you don't own your social media content and what you can do about it. We'll also talk about how to know what content is worth repurposing, and I'm even gonna be dishing on the things I wish travel creators didn't do. Yep, I said it, and you're gonna get to hear about it. So if you like what you heard today, it would be really cool if you share this with a friend. That would actually be the coolest, actually. So thank you in advance. Of course, you can find me on Instagram at Travel Content Writing. You can find me at travelcontentwriting.com if you really want to do a deep goog on me. But thank you for listening to this first episode. Hope to see you in many more. You're still here? I just wanted you to know, every week I send a newsletter called The Content Compass. I share mini case studies on travel creators who are crushing their content. It's like new, innovative things these creators are doing, and I break it down to show what they're doing successfully and how you can apply it to your own content. I've got a link in the show notes if you'd like to subscribe. It's also free. Can you just tell I really want you to do well and enjoy all these cool places? Okay, friends, I will see you soon.